Siona God, hello all. Good afternoon, good afternoon, and Wado. Thank you for watching. This is day 21 of reading Lone Wolf Alpha Squad copy over by James Rink. And these are his experiences and experiences of people that he's come across throughout his lifetime. Dr. Wolf's living quarters was a 20 by 20 foot sized steel box. Nearby are workshops, cafeteria, and the recreational holographic pods would be all in the same location. The recreational holographic pods allow you to explore the memory of your former civilian life. Over time, though, the staff members can become bored and very lonely. Kunta, K-U-N-T-A, was one of the scientists on Dr. Wolf's team who got bored and decided to explore. The staff could only travel on certain designated color lines on the floor based on your job type. As long as you follow the correct color lines on the floor, you're good. Literally reminds me of the VA system. The lines on the floor in the hospitals and stuff. Anyway, if you don't, an alarm goes off and you can get in trouble. The guards at Area 51 and 52 are not nice people and quickly put slugs into Kunta's back. The medical staff could have regenerated him, but chose not to because he went off the reservation. Okay. Dr. Wolf also knew Bob Lazar at the cafeteria as well on the projects. I don't think that sentence is written correctly, but you get it. He knew Bob Lazar, and I guess they met at the cafeteria. Oh my gosh, we're literally watching Bob Lazar's S4 video. Now I'm going to tell you, they recently cut him loose, so I believe he's free to talk, right? Because they would have never let that frickin' air, right? If he wasn't. And yeah, let's see. Lazar worked on the exterior of a spaceship while Wolf worked on the interior. Occasionally they worked together and were close friends. They even shared holographic memory pods of each other's lives. Oh my. I wonder if he's mentioned in the movie. Anyway, in Dr. Wolf's book, Catchers of Heaven, Wolf writes about his involvement in top secret projects, including working with his friend Kolta, K-O-L-T-A, who was a Gray from Zeta Reticuli, R-E-T-I-L-C-U-L-I. I thought it was reticuli, not with an L in there, but I don't know. He also worked on cloning technology and helped develop the SDI Star Wars. He died on September 18, 2000 after a long period of cancer. I wonder how he got the cancer, you know what I'm saying? In Project Sentinel, S-E-N-T-I-N-E-L, he helped create a clone that would replace standard U.S. Marine grunts with a human robot counterpart known as J typing, Omega E Delta 2, or Joe for short. Joe was named after the call sign of one of the other scientists working on clones with Dr. Wolf. J typing is an Easter egg that only the designing scientist knows the meaning of. The scientist had sourced his super DNA from many mummies and ancient beings locked in tombs and cryopods. These beings may include pre-Adamites, Sumerians, Atlanteans, and other non-terrestrial beings. Each clone would have different abilities based on its DNA sample. I was thinking about that gentleman who made a clone, and this was years ago. I feel like it was in the 50s or something crazy, but I could be mistaken. And I can't remember. His book is a hard read. He had to submit it like 3 different times, or was it 5 times? I don't know. I read so much stuff that people have to resubmit because they're like, nope, it tells too much info. Those in the know would know that it came from you or whatever it is, and they don't want that out there or whatever. And so the book reads like almost like journal entry, sci-fi, and like this can't be truly happening kind of stuff. Like it's just too far out there. And anyway, so what happened is like he created, I believe it was the first super soldier, I don't know, and they freaking came in and tested him and said kill the dog or whatever. He's like, no, I'm not gonna kill the dog. What they didn't know was that the clone was like either it was a clone or I can't remember exactly, but you understand what I'm getting at. He they grew him or whatever, and he asked these questions, and because the scientist is human and has a conscience, right? And morals and values, he was like answering the questions. So the person was learning and stuff. And it's like, tell me about this, tell me about that, and tell me that. And he just kept feeding him all this stuff. So when they tested him, it was like, kill this dog. He was like, no. They're like, why? And the dog didn't do anything to deserve to die, so I'm not going to do it. Well, then they removed the scientist off the project, and I do believe they terminated the guy, which sucks. But I think that he was trying to get him to safety. So, but I'm sure they tracked him down. You know what I'm saying? Anyway, sorry about that, but it's just stuff that happens in real life. People have conversations and they think about things. Okay. Scientists had sourced his super DNA from many mummies and ancient beings locked in tombs and cryopods. These beings may improve. Yeah, okay, I read that. The scientists would then integrate a full soul consciousness or partial fractal of that consciousness within the clone. Sometimes they would only want a fractal. If you compare a soul to a flower, its petals are fractals, and the whole flower is the full soul. It is easier to train a petal than it is to condition a whole flower. The scientists were also looking for certain powerful souls based on the non-terrestrial genetic component, as well as genetic and galactic DNA. The higher the soul's consciousness, the closer it is to prime creator, and the greater the soul's ability to do more things, such as pull information and incorporate that into our reality. Joe had a full soul consciousness from one of these prime creator souls, which made him powerful. Joe spent 365 days growing in a cloning tank and came out as a 20-year-old man. From the beginning, the military viewed Joe as a failure. I wonder if that guy's, if his name was Joe. I have to relook at that book. Anyway, I'm going to do another video so that I don't short you guys today with all these revelations that I'm having. Anyway, as he would cry when ordered to kill. Oh my gosh, I guess this is the guy. Even when sophisticated brainwashing techniques, he would fail to follow immoral orders. I believe this is why they have since incorporated. I think that man's name was Dr. Wolf that made that book. And I believe that's the name, Catchers of Heaven. Shut the front door. This is incredible. Oh, I can't wait to tell my hubster about this. Okay. Yeah. Even his sophisticated brainwashing techniques, he would fail to follow moral order. Yeah. I believe this is why they have since incorporated a lot of cybernetics into clones, as it's impossible to destroy our human need for compassion. And that man, he died of cancer, y'all. And I believe they gave him the cancer because he would not make these people to like it. He wouldn't follow orders anymore like that. What the what? Okay. Impossible to destroy other human need for compassion. Okay. It's impossible to destroy our human need for compassion. Exactly. Many of the implants in the clone's body operate on a computer program that can serve various functions, such as turning off chemicals in the brain that control human emotions, such as serotonin, endorphins, and adrenaline. The clones are conditioned to operate a certain way to begin with, but the implants control the clones past the conditioning. Some clones may require advanced augmentation to reinforce conditioning, such as electroshock or the distortion of the fields of the body. When one is not following protocol, it's like a dog shock collar, but inside of you. These clones are not treated well. Oh God, I bet not. Joe remained a close friend of Dr. Wolf. How did they let him live? He was a special individual and could break from the mental programming that other clones could not break. He had the ability to shift his dimensional oscillations, which allowed him to jump through time, dimension to dimension, and layer to layer. This puts him in the light soldier class due to his ability to oscillate dimensions. The clones are designed to be used for special missions and protecting high-value targets. They are way too expensive and advanced to be used as a normal military grunt. The project was scrapped, right, and the military ordered Dr. Wolf to terminate Joe. Yeah, that's right. But Dr. Wolf created a secret plan to help him escape. See, I told you, by giving him coordinates to flash in and out. Oh, dang. The facility was also destroyed in the process. Just like Dr. Wolf was hoping it would, Dr. Wolf was not caught or implicated in his escape. Shut the front door. Joe is still alive today and hiding, according to Dr. Wolf. Joe was very traumatized of his life at Area 51 and will most likely be staying as far away from this line of research as he can. I always wondered what the heck happened to him. Anyway, Dr. Wolf writes in his book, Catchers of Heaven, the brass were still waiting for me, the project's senior scientist, to give an explanation for Joe's seemingly clear failure to kill a dog, a harmless and gentle animal. I rather incautiously and injudiciously began a little insecure attempt to explain Joe's inability to carry out a clearly immoral order. Gentlemen, this is an unbelievable advance in science, the full, not partial ability to read accurately genetic codes, but not just to read them, to redo, remodel, reconstruct, manipulate. It says reconstruct dash, but it's they put a dash and then the word dash. Manipulate, reconstruct and plan genetic codes, not just cloning, but to create a viable human-like and incredibly ability endowed, okay, superior human, a powerhouse of mind and muscle, but human nevertheless. Shall we negotiate with God himself on the question of, if one believes the insertion of a soul or spirit, he does have a conscience? You see a failed experiment, gentlemen. I see the more evolved human of the future, a gift, a treasure. There are no adjectives or words to even partially explain the significance of this J-type. You should stare at an already arrived future with joy and a sense of pride. We now possess techniques and a new type of genetic engineering, certainly more than enough for the J-type's in vivo creation. How could you be disappointed? How could any of you feel failure? Please answer me. We wanted a soldier, they said. You made him want to be an effing saint, a moralist, a man of the highest ethics. We wanted a killing soldier, an absolute obeyer of orders. Any and all orders, a fighter who fights, kills without moral or ethical inhibitions. This is what we wanted, and that is what they got. Oh, they were right. Mad scientist and fugitive for himself and all. I hate the word official, and in parentheses it says an unofficial too. The best scenario is a production of a motion picture, placing within it as much truth as possible, yet viewed by the public as fiction. Then it is only fictional that a governmental group has cloned a human. See, they're telling us everything they're frickin' doing, which makes me wonder, you know that movie Face Off? Like, I keep thinking about Face Off. And like, they like literally changed. I wonder if they're doing that too. A cover-up is good when you wish to keep secrets, but when should you have to keep secrets? And then the next one is titled Channeled Message from Dr. Michael Wolff. The cabal running the world is like a baby that wants a new rattle. There are certain rules they must follow, and as well as existing galactic protocols. But the galactics are too kind to the cabal and allow them to have a rattle. Yeah. To the baby, the rattle is a sound maker or weapon used for fun. Let me see, is it still channeled? Okay, I'm not sure where it stops. Channel from Dr. Michael Wolff. Okay, so we'll keep reading. There was a lot of plans for us scientists to do the deathbed confessions. However, blackmail has limited many people coming forward due to complications with their family. A few people have come forward in 2000 to 2005 period. Yes, they didn't care about themselves, but they still wanted to protect their family. Things are changing, though. The ground is softening, but it is still not yet soft. Still not soft yet. Other methods of disclosure are being deployed at this time, such as channels, mediums, light language, and telepaths. These people are bringing information forward that should have been told by the cabal. James Rink, even though your Super Soldier Talk channel is reaching a small audience, some of people that are watching are people who know things. We are happy you are doing this job. Some of the information coming through, though, is not right, but that is okay. It is coming out and the truth will shine clear. The light we are expressing right now is an expression of light within yourself. To all my friends, I know I've been with you in different aspects of my life. That's written. That's how it's written. It's also about the lives we touched. Touching a life can come in a simple way. The ability to touch someone's life is a true honor. You can change their whole reality and how they see the world. Bob Lazar, I love you. You're a kind soul. Joe, I love you. I wish you the best. Take care of yourself. Do the best you can with what you have. Lastly, James Rink, you must have slipped under the umbrellas of the children at Area 51. I don't remember you specifically, sorry. There were many kids around the age of 5 to 16 with crazy abilities, and some adults too. The abilities decrease as you age, and they are best developed when you have no limiting belief systems. All right, I'll leave it there. Done to go hang, okay, you win a good chance. Okay, till we meet again. Love you, mean it.